This is Sisters.
Not therapist.
Emphasis on the not.
We're two sisters with a lot of opinions, questionable advice, and zero credentials.
From pop culture and current events to oversharing about our own lives.
Nothing's off limits.
Grab a snack.
Get comfortable.
Our session starts now.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, guys. So welcome back to our 4th episode. I cannot believe I'm saying that because I feel like we just started.
It does.
But it's been like a month and a half, I think. So, but I think for 4 episodes, that's pretty good.
We've been doing pretty good.
We've been doing pretty good. We're getting a lot better with like editing and trying to get it out as early
as we can.
But it's still hard. It's still hard to do that with work. I have a baby, a house to take care of. And
sometimes you just don't want to mess with it.
Because I work with computers at work. Like I'm on a computer and I just don't want to have to be on it again. But we are trying something new when it comes to filming. So we were doing like 2 separate phones on like Riverside and trying to combine it that way, but I really didn't like that. And of course you have to pay for it if you are over a certain amount of time. So we're going to try just one phone on my phone and see how it goes. But we are actively trying. We just don't want to have a video that's not that great.
Yes. Although I feel like we're going to have lower quality when we first start doing this anyway. It's kind of like what we did when we first started recording audio.
Absolutely. But it's still very different. Like looking at a camera that's like all the way over there, but trying to feel like I'm connected with you. So it's very difficult. I feel
like we just need to look at each other.
Look at each other?
Focus so much on the other. Because I feel like that's where I didn't like it last time. Because my video, I'm looking at you, but you're looking at the camera, and I can't. It looks thrown off.
Right. Okay. But I did want to discuss, though, due to our last episode, which I'm totally okay with my opinion being out there. It's what I believe in. But I don't want to come off like we are like a political...
/ religious.
Like, that's all we talk about.
No.
You know, or like, but you need to believe in what we believe in. But I think it's healthy to have an opinion. And I think that's really been lost, I would say, within the last 6 years. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone's scared to have an opinion and talk about things on an open forum. Mm-hmm. But I think when you're discussing a death of someone in the political eye, it gets political.
Well, it's messy.
But I also want to say that I'm not censoring myself either.
No.
Where I will be respectful. I'm not going to walk on eggshells on my own podcast because I'm scared of what other people think.
Nope. Put a helmet on.
But I do want to say that we do respect all forms of religion, political sides. I don't even consider myself political. I don't vote. I don't care about any president. I just don't care.
I mean, I vote, but I think it comes down to like how I feel at the time. You know what I mean? I'm not left or right, if that makes sense. So
like independent.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy. We're on our 4th episode. I'm getting like more excited the more experienced I am at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still struggle. I'm like, I don't flow as easy as Kirsten does.
I think that you do.
I don't feel like I do, but
I feel like I'm more of the starter, and then that's where you come in.
And I'm the finisher.
You're the finisher.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Anyways,
next.
Okay. So I don't know if you've seen it, but Khloe Kardashian is getting a lot of hate right now because she shared a post about Charlie Kirk's like memorial, but she also liked another post about it as well. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have not. Now I did see like a Snapchat article that Khloe is getting like hate via the Charlie Kirk incident, but I didn't see the quote. I didn't really read it, if that makes sense. So I know she got some hate for it, but I didn't know what it was over. So the shared post, now this is what Kirsten has dug up. Here's what the shared post that Khloe said from a Dr. Raymond Nicholas. I don't even know where to start. Something is deeply wrong and we all feel it, even if we don't say it out loud. We're watching people get murdered in public, and no one even flinches. A woman is stabbed to death on a bus. A man is killed in front of a crowd, and people record it. like it's just another trending video. Those videos go viral and we just keep scrolling like it's normal. Like this is life now.
Mm-hmm.
And then she turns around and likes a post from a Patrick Bet David.
Mm-hmm.
And this quote that he posted says, "One of the most important voices in America was just shot in Utah. Praying for Charlie Kirk and his family. Mm-hmm. The media can't wash their hands of this. Every time they pump division and scream racism, they stir hate and create the environment where things like this happen."
Mm-hmm. And I think where people are shocked and where she can be getting the hate, I think because Khloe is all like left, right? Left thinking, where mm-hmm. she supports like the Black Lives Matter movement and, of course, supports Planned Parenthood, which provides abortions mm-hmm. For women. So I think people seeing that she's sharing and liking posts about Charlie Kirk, who was right and against all of that, and probably her and her family, mm-hmm. I think is where it's getting certain people stirred up. Mm-hmm. But I don't like in the shared post where it's talking about how this is all normal. Like we see people getting shot, and it's like normal. I feel like that's right to call out. Videos. Yeah, I don't even think that's really political. I think it's just the fact that you can be like, oh yeah, there's another school shooting.
Mm-hmm. I think we've become desensitized to it. Mm-hmm. Like we see it, and it's like to us, it's like every other day. So mm-hmm. I mean, like you said, like this is life now.
But I think that's also what social media does. And I would like to actually talk about that as a conspiracy theory. It's called the dead internet theory. But I think it's just all a part of it. I think social media it kills. It kills your attention span, your creativity.
It also kills people.
Yeah.
Think about how many people sadly commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
They got bullied online. I mean, it really does.
Or like the hate comments, and it just mm-hmm. it piles up so much. So any insecurity that you have now, it's like for the world to see mm-hmm. and comment on your body and mm-hmm. how you look. And I think they even said like we weren't even supposed to have mirrors. Like you're not even supposed to look at yourself like this all the time. Mm-hmm. Like you're only meant to see your reflection in the water. But now we see it so much, and we see other people, and now we're comparing. And
well, I think 90%, if not more, mm-hmm. people in this country, and I honestly think it's just the world in general.
It's just the world.
But we have like body dysmorphia,
absolutely,
and eating disorders, mm-hmm. and all this because of how people have to look a certain way, and you mm-hmm. have to dress a certain way.
But I think we're really seeing this with the Ozempic. Mm-hmm. I forgot what the actual hormone is called. The
GLP-1.
Literally. So I'm trying to start working out again. Mm-hmm. But I get really depressed when I start working out because I used to be able to do so much. And now mm-hmm. I can't because I have stopped working out and stopped, for a long time. Like when I was in my depression, like I really stopped taking care of myself because I just didn't. That's mm-hmm. the number one thing I'll do is I will destruct myself.
I do the same.
And so I like to dance, like Just Dance. It's actually a really good workout and it's fun. For mm-hmm. me, if I don't think of it like as like a workout where I'm really testing my arms and but if I'm having fun and I can forget about that, what mm-hmm. I can't do, and I can just live in the moment, mm-hmm. I really enjoy it. And Just Dance, I mean, it's crazy, like the workout that you can get from it. Mm-hmm. But underneath that, right, it's all about fitness. It said there's an ad for the GLP-1 shot, and it's like that's like how crazy mm-hmm. it's getting.
It's everywhere. I think Snapchat is like one of the biggest ones I see because mm-hmm. if you're going through your stories or I like to read the little
mm-hmm. I do too,
like magazine things.
Yeah, I do too.
Mm-hmm. But every time you hit an ad, I swear to God, it's either for Roe, like supporting the GLP-1, get it at an affordable price. You see mm-hmm. Serena Williams, mm-hmm. the tennis player. She's got the advertisements on there now. It is everywhere. And so many celebrities now are endorsing it.
Mm-hmm. And what I don't think most people... Now, there are people who need it. Mm-hmm. Because of hormones, like they even say like postpartum hormones. Sometimes you can stall at weight loss. Because your hormones are not regulated. So your body's like in defense mode.
Right.
That can be with anything. Like I have hormonal acne. So I flare up super bad. And I can't help it. It's just more hormones and stuff. And I can try to regulate it as best I can, but it doesn't go away. So there are people who need it. But I think with like how popular it's gotten, well, I'm not hungry, I don't have to eat, but that's what your body needs for you to do. This medicine's for people whose hormones are so out of whack, crazy, they try everything, but they can't. And it's to help regulate that. So when they are eating healthy, it's working, right? Yes. But I think with just stab yourself and stay skinny, don't eat. I mean, that's like, you need to eat. People think that not eating is like, well, I haven't ate in like 12 hours. Yeah. It's so crazy to me. Well, that's horrible.
Of, like, getting on the, because we're talking about Khloe right now. Did you see the episode where Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or whatever it's called now? I watch it every now and then as like a way to fill the void when I'm doing something, I guess.
Right, like background.
But she's at Scott's house. Khloe is.
You're talking about his fridge.
And he opens the fridge. Yeah. And then there's the Ozempic. Yeah. And this is at the point where he was looking so skinny. Like Khloe told him he looked like death. Like he looked like a skeleton. And he was just pumping it. I mean, pumping it out. I mean.
That's how crazy and popular it's getting, because now being thick is not popular. It's all about, like, if you look at any stars, it's so weird. Miley Cyrus and Jenna Ortega is really good too that I've seen. It's like
as anorexic. Much as I love like the Osbournes, Sharon.
But I think there's a lot of her getting older too, and she's starting to look sunken. Her lips are huge, so I think it looks like that.
But she even says that she's Ozempic.
I didn't know that.
She took Ozempic.
But Jenna Ortega and Miley Cyrus look like, because what is that one actress? Starts with a J. She's really known for her bone structure. I can't. Maleficent.
Angelina Jolie.
Love her structure, right? It looks like they look like an anorexic. What's her name again?
I have a hard time looking at Ariana Grande.
Yeah, and she's addressed that people think that she looks unhealthy, and she's like, I'm not, like, but I don't know.
She has dropped weight dramatically. I don't know.
I mean, her chest.
And it may just be that she's so skinny, but like you can see every bone in her body.
I mean, her chest looks freaky.
And she keeps posting videos like people are being mean to her and stuff. And I don't think it's a reason to be mean to her.
No.
But I do think people are concerned about, like, genuine people are concerned about her. And I mean, I noticed Miley the other day when I was watching her her podcast with her mom and sister.
Yeah.
She was on their podcast, I guess, not really hers. But she was looking more in the face.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. That's like a new thing. But it's Angelina Jolie, she has looked like that from the moment she came into
I'm
Hollywood.
saying they look like an anorexic version of her.
Yes.
Because she has very defined cheekbones and stuff like that.
I get why people want to look like her because, hello.
She's very beautiful, yeah.
I would die. I would kill.
Yeah.
You know I love Maleficent.
Yes,
I would kill to be Angelina Jolie. Oh, she's iconic.
But I think seeing the post that she actually liked was, I mean, it blatantly calls Charlie Kirk out, like with the memorial. So it is kind of different to see Khloe in that way, but I don't think it's a reason to hate on. I mean, she's allowed to feel whatever she wants, you know.
She's getting so much hate because she's a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Supporting it. Because if you think back, I won't say, like, back to the election, and this is not getting political, but so many more people were for a Kamala lover, was what I call them. The Kamala lovers. But they were. And you got to think about it. Kim does a lot of work with Donald Trump with, like, the prison reform and all that stuff. And so people are going to hate on them for that. Khloe's going to get a lot more hate because they're Trump lovers or what, you know, or her, you know, they're involved. So
me and Ash were talking about this last night, and because we were watching, like, Ozzy Osbourne's, like, old concerts. And we were watching his podcast and stuff like that.
Did you do the basement tapes? I've been watching that. I have to show
their
you
podcast?
That one. No, it's like they go back and they sit on this couch with a comedian and they go back and watch the old Osbournes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And I was like, you know, as a performers nowadays and like actresses and what have you, they, like, you know what their political views.
Yeah.
But that's not what an entertainer is. Like, it's like a teacher. I shouldn't know what you like your political views.
Just
entertain me. Be that. Stop trying to be something you're not because you have to fit this narrative, or you'll get hate and you'll get canceled. Just like be normal. So
I think about freaking Lizzo.
Yeah.
When she was all about Kamala and was doing like they were singing at Kamala's conventions or whatever. I was like, my God. Like, not even Eminem. Like, I love Eminem, but he showed up. Like, if you need people's votes so bad, they're only doing that because they want those followers of that person's votes.
Yeah.
So if you love Eminem, then they want all those votes because Eminem is Kamala strong.
Yeah.
It's so fucking annoying.
It is.
Politics in general get on my nerves. I just don't understand it. Just keep your shit to yourself.
Just entertain.
Yeah. And then let the politics be politics. Let people make their own freaking decision.
Absolutely.
God.
Absolutely. Speaking of this, Jimmy Kimmel.
Good night, my Lord.
I'm actually a lot more open about this than what people think. So, Caitlin, go ahead and read the quote.
Okay.
So everyone's informed about what the controversy is. Because I know this doesn't show up a whole lot. It's like really weird. Like I'll hear about something and you're like, what?
Yeah.
And then you say something like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yes.
So just read the quote so everyone's on the same page.
Okay. So this is what Jimmy Kimmel said on his late night show. We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang trying to characterize this kid who killed Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
And from this quote, his show has been indefinitely pulled, which is crazy.
Which indefinitely, I had to Google the definition because I was like, does this mean that it's like canceled forever? It's no bringing it back? No, it just means that there is no timestamp of when it would come back, or if ever. So it's not, it could come back, I guess. Just, there's not a timestamp on it. I guess is what I'm rolling down to.
But I think for them to take such fast action, and what people don't understand is that people are like, okay, the free speech, which is actually something I agree about. I think he's allowed to say what he wants. Again, like I just said, though, I think entertainers need to entertain.
Yep.
And don't go for low blows. Be actually funny.
Comes from, I don't know if you heard about this or you remember this, but whenever Trump got elected, he went on his show and he fucking cried.
Who?
Jimmy Kimmel.
About Donald Trump being on his own show?
No, about Donald Trump being elected as the next president.
Oh,
as Kamala lost.
I didn't know that.
He was talking about how for this generation, like he feels sorry for this generation, and I don't. If you know about it, you know. But
I don't really watch the late night.
He gets so involved in this, and it just I don't know. And I get it because I do think like he has his own opinion. In the video that he did show, whenever they were asking Trump, how are you doing this week since Charlie's been killed? And he's like, I'm holding up good. Do you see the ballroom over there that's being... You got to think about it. Trump is also in it for his own.
Oh, yeah. I've said that from the moment I said...
Nobody in politics is in it for the right reasons.
Trump.
Most of them.
I'm sure he may feel bad on like a human level for him, but he doesn't care. And that's for anybody. You really think any of your politicians care? No, they do not. You think any of your celebrities care? Probably not. So... I actually kind of agree with the point. That was kind of a really horrible thing to say.
Like, there was a time and place for the ballroom.
Yeah.
He could have been more caring about that situation 100%. But it's also Donald Trump, and he's also a political leader. So for him, it's all about looking good.
Yeah. They always have to look good.
Doing. Look what they couldn't do, but I can do. Look at this. And it's like...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I could give a fuck less. We just watch somebody get murdered on TV.
Yes. And then with, like, Jimmy Kimmel, right? Like me and Caitlin, this is our podcast, right? I mean, I'm sure Spotify could probably do something, right? I don't know. If they wanted to get us off for whatever reason. But Jimmy Kimmel works for people.
Yes.
Just because it's his show, it doesn't mean that he's his own boss. Like me and Caitlin are. We have to follow the rules and regulations of YouTube and Spotify. Mm-hmm. But we can pretty much direct how we want, how we want this. And if we couldn't be on Spotify, we just start our own website. So really, we are our own boss. He is not. Right. So they are allowed to say, hey, I don't like that you said that, or I don't want to make this like a political thing, and you did that, and you made this network, NBC, correct?
ABC.
ABC. I think NBC's The Office. Sorry. ABC look bad. Sorry. But then I do understand where people are saying, so free speech for the right, but not the left. Mm-hmm. I have to kind of understand that. But again, like I said, he's not his own boss. Mm-hmm. So if he was on his own network, I mean, he couldn't get kicked off.
Which I would assume that he has to. I would have thought that they had to run what they're discussing or what their segments are going to be about through somebody higher, but maybe they don't, because it doesn't seem like ABC knew that this was going to be said. Or
maybe it only reached like the writers.
And the writers were okay with that because they're also in the same opinion.
Because I'm sure the runners, the president or CEO of ABC doesn't hear about Jimmy Kimmel's segments, until it reaches a point and he's like, hey,
Mm-hmm. I heard about this, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
well, did you hear that Erica filed a $40 million lawsuit against ABC?
I did not.
Because of this.
I did not actually see that.
Yeah.
I think it's only right. I mean, they are talking about her husband in that way. And people have to understand, you're not talking about a political figure. You're talking about a human being taken away from his kids.
Yeah. And his wife. His mom, dad, his sister, his friends.
Mm-hmm. So if he was like on his own podcast or network, I would have to say, buckle up. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Like how I say to people on the opposing, get a helmet. Who cares? Mm-hmm. Same thing with him. He's allowed to say, like, if he thinks, whatever, because that is a great amendment of ours, is that we do get free speech, and it can be hateful. That's just what it is, so. But because he has a boss, I would have to say I agree with him pulling it if he thought that's what the boss wanted.
Unfortunately, I don't think that her lawsuit will go anywhere.
No. But
I do think she's trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
And I understand, because I feel like if it was our husband's, like she said, she will fight. Mm-hmm. He will not be spoken of in vain, and he will not be portrayed in a way that he was not. And
right.
I get that.
Absolutely.
But I think he should have been fired? No. Do I think they should take some time and, understand that maybe politics aren't for the show?
Yeah.
But you got to think about it. Almost every single late night show, Fallon, Colbert, Kimmel, they all talk politics. I mean, even SNL, they do the skits on politics. Say, though, so you can't really get away from it.
My favorite show, South Park, they actually did pull the Charlie Kirk episode after his death. And I told Ashton last night, I said, it's really funny because Charlie loved South Park. He loved that they were doing it. He did not have one negative thing to say. He actually said that they were brilliant. With the water bottle thing, with the microphone thing, it was very.
And didn't they even have the cough drops in his mouth or the gum or whatever it was?
I can't remember, but they made Cartman have his hair. And I
have not seen it. I wish I could have watched it before they took it off.
It was very funny. Like, you can still find clips, and like my favorite scene was Cartman's mom walking in, and like he's at last, like it's like late at night in his bedroom. And his mom's like, Cartman, you need to go to bed. He's like, Mom, I'm masturbating these college students. I'm getting really good at it, or something like that. I just can't help myself.
Yeah, I really did.
Because they took the stance of like, he's obviously very well educated and he's going against people that are very young and that are not. So it kind of makes them look stupid, and it's kind of like not such a great look on him. You know what I mean?
I did see the segment though, or his little TikTok video that he did post, Charlie did, about the episode. He was laughing and he did make the comments. He thought it was funny.
He said it's very accurate. That's what's so, they took a lot of attention to detail. That's what I like about South Park.
Well, he was like, once you've hit South Park, you've made it.
Yes. So, South Park, yes, they made kind of like low blow jokes, but they do in a way
talk shit
where it's, I don't think it's very offensive. I think it's just they take the stereotype of you, right, and they just make it funny because it's like a kid saying it. It's not like adults. I was just like, I just don't understand how they're not canceled. I cannot wrap my mind around it.
There's some stuff in there.
There
like,
is crazy.
Every time I think about, or I'll come across one, or as I'm watching it or whatever, and I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe they actually brought this up.
There are some things that they've touched on.
Skits.
The Michael Jackson, yeah. There are some things that you have talked about where I've told Ashton I don't want to watch that episode because it does offend me. But you even see, like, I can say that offends me, but South Park is one of my favorite shows. You know what I mean? So you do have to be able to... Well, if it
offends you, it's like, yeah, skip this episode.
Like, I didn't like...
Why is it such a big deal?
There was one about abortion. There was one about God and Jesus. And I don't like that, so I'll just skip the episode and go to another one. But again, just do that. So I hope they do put it back because Charlie did like it. You know what I mean? But I could also see where they're like, well, we're making fun of him and he passed away tragically and we shouldn't be doing that. So it's interesting.
I think it's just because it came out so recently that's why they pulled it.
Yes.
And maybe they'll release it later. We'll see. Sadly, let him. I mean, he liked it.
He liked it. We like it. It makes me laugh.
They're probably doing it in respect to Erica because right now it's so sensitive that it feels like they're making fun of him. And
yeah. So
I do understand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we are going to move into our segment, Safe Space. And I thought it would be only appropriate since September is PCOS Awareness Month that Caitlin would discuss it because she does have PCOS. I did ask Caitlin before if she was okay because I know it's kind of hard to talk about something very vulnerable that you are still going through and that you still struggle with.
Right.
But I thought it was important because I know there's a lot of women out there who could use another voice or someone to comfort them that has been through that thing. So I thought we should take this moment in September to actually talk about it and bring awareness to this rising health issue.
Yeah, because I want to say, I was reading a thing the other day that said there's like 50 to 60% of women that are that have this, and it's becoming more of a thing now.
Yes. Because
I want to say, because it's polycystic ovarian syndrome is what PCOS is.
And what is that for people who don't know?
It affects your ovaries. There's so many. It's such a wide variety of.
So it's not like a one size
no.
Like you guys all have the same issue with PCOS
because you don't have the same symptoms. Like I know a couple other people that have it, unfortunately, and like they suffer from things that I don't necessarily suffer from, but I have stuff that they don't have. So it but there's so much research that has not been able to be done on PCOS, and it takes so long to get diagnosed with it. And I think that maybe if I would have been able to be diagnosed with it earlier in life, then I wouldn't have the problems that I do have now, unfortunately. But it pretty much, it's like it attacks your ovaries, I will say. And there can be so many different symptoms and like excessive weight gain, polyps on your ovaries and cysts. And there can be hirsutism, which is something that I suffer from.
Well, what is that?
Hirsutism is where, so PCOS, it attacks your ovaries and it creates a lot of testosterone. So if you're a woman, you have estrogen. Men typically have more testosterone. And so I have extremely low estrogen and very high testosterone. So I like to always make the joke, like, my body thinks I'm a dude. I always say that. But it creates a hormone that's released that makes you grow facial hair. So I noticed it a few years ago. I want to say probably when I was like 18, 16, something like that. That I kept noticing I was getting like a lot of like thick hair on my chin. And like pretty thick patches, like not just one here, one there. And I'd ignored it. Like I got to the point where like you had to shave it. It was so bad, and it was really embarrassing. I think as like a woman, you know, because you feel like, and I would hide it. Like I wouldn't tell anybody. I didn't want anybody to know, and it got really embarrassing. But it got to the point where like, you know, you have to shave every day. Like it would grow back so fast, like within hours, and you would feel like the little prick, and you'd have to shave it every day. Yeah, and it got to the point where I was having like razor burn, so it was kind of hard to hide it at this point anymore. Yeah. So I kind of went undiagnosed for a while up until I was 21. Because when I was 21, me and Justin had been together for a while, and we had just gotten married, or were getting ready to get married, and we had talked about having babies like after we got married. So I started seeing a OBGYN because I really haven't had one.
Yeah.
I've just kind of gone to my regular doctor for like pap smears and stuff like that. But it got into that age where it was time to like have an actual doctor.
Yes.
So I went and seen her, and you know, they run tests on you and stuff like that when you first go. And my weight came up as an issue, of course. And so I started telling her that I was having these symptoms and et cetera, et cetera. And then, you know, she was examining my face, and she's like, I think you have hirsutism. I've noticed. And I'm like, yeah, I think I do too. And she's like, so can I ask you, like, why you haven't been diagnosed with this in the past? And I'm like, honestly, probably because I did go to a regular doctor and not someone who specializes in the reproductive, so they don't really care, you know.
It's not something they look out for.
No. I mean, they can see you, they check your weight, check your blood pressure, any concerns. Okay, next year, you know.
Yes.
So she ran the test, and she wanted to perform a vaginal ultrasound to be able to look at your ovaries.
Right.
So I did, and it came back that I had PCOS, and I had extremely high testosterone levels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I was very insulin resistant. For some reason, I don't know why it attacks that, but a lot of people are either insulin resistant or produce too much. So that's what makes us gain weight so quickly, because we don't break down food like we should. And they put me on some medications, try to help. Unfortunately, there's not a cure for it. There's not even a treatment for it. They'll put you on metformin, which is what they use for diabetics, that they say can help like thicken your uterine lining and help control your insulin levels, maybe help you lose a little bit of weight, but they don't really know. So I've been on a couple different things. They want you to be on birth control. That's a big one. Well, you're trying to have a baby. How do you want me on birth control?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a tit for tat. But I think what really became hard with the PCOS for me is me and Dustin started trying to have a baby, I want to say 6 months or a year after we got married. And we tried, actively tried for over a year. And at this time, like, I'm talking to my doctor about it, and I'm like, you know, we are trying to have a baby, and like, she's trying to also help us, like, by putting us on the metformin, doing this, let's change your diet, let's try this, and hopefully we can get you pregnant within a year. And we're like, okay, great. So we're trying, nothing's happening. I don't really lose hope yet, because I don't have periods either with PCOS. It also gives you very irregular periods. Some people can bleed for months. Like, I can bleed for months at a time and then not have one for 5 years. I mean, it's crazy how there's just not a spectrum for PCOS, and I think that's what sucks. It's because you just want to be on one side of things and know where you fall, and you just don't.
Yeah.
And we tried for the year, and then once we got to that point, because medically you have to be documented for a year before they will go any further in the infertility process. So once we got to that point, she was like, I want to perform one procedure. Let's go in. And I think it's called a HSG procedure. But you go in, you go in stirrups. They insert this long little tube into your fallopian tubes and then shoot a dye through it. And you can watch it on the screen as they're doing it. And they want to see liquid flow through.
And just so you guys know about the tube, so I actually had a pap smear come back 3 times abnormal. And usually they don't care about an abnormal pap smear unless you're like 25 and over. But because for 3 years I've had it come back abnormal, and because of my mom's cervical cancer history, they're like, okay, we want to figure this out.
Yeah.
so obviously they only have to go to my cervix, which, I mean, it's pretty good in there if you know the female anatomy. It's really, you'll know that once you get a cervical check, you figure out real quick where that cervix is at, okay? And he actually had to spray it with vinegar or something like that, like a liquid. I think it's vinegar that they use, and it's in there, okay? I'm going to tell you that. So just imagine they have to go what Caitlin went through past that. So it is painful. I can feel it.
Yes.
And just so that everyone knows how crazy it is.
Yes. It was really, I think that was one of the most painful things, because I'll be honest, I've had some cyst burst on my ovaries, and that was, I thought was like, oh my God, if this is what labor's like, I don't want to do it, you know? And I woke up, I didn't know what was happening. I had woken up in like a pool of blood.
Yeah.
And it was like running down my legs, but that was just because I cyst had burst, and it was causing me to bleed. And it was nothing, I guess, abnormal, because my doctor said that, you know, as long as you're not bleeding past like 6 hours, let's look, you know.
Right.
But it cripples you. It really, you bend over in pain. I mean, the pain, you don't have any medication. So you are just, I mean, you're going through labor pretty much.
Absolutely.
It's what it seems, the closest thing I could probably compare it to, I would assume.
And I'm just going to say, like, I did not contract in my belly or really even my back. I was contracting on my I kept telling them that I have pain in my ovaries. That's where I'm feeling it at. It feels like a contraction right there.
Yeah.
And it lasted my whole labor. And I'm telling you, I could have done the back labor. I could have done the belly labor, no problem. Because I was at a 6 in pain with my ovary pain. I was able to do it. But because I got to that 10, me and Noah were doing awful. They thought I had a uterine infection, so I was throwing up everywhere. But I'm just telling you to go back to your ovary pain.
Yes.
Ovary pain is crazy.
It's bad. It's really bad.
It is painful.
Yeah, and I wish that's something I don't deal with as much now, though. Which I think, I truly believe, because I was on birth control when I popped cyst. I truly believe it was the birth control that made me create cysts so much more. And because I have not had one burst probably in a couple of years now that I've been off of it, which is nice.
Yeah.
But that procedure was the most painful procedure I have ever gone through. I will say, probably, yeah. Yeah. And I think it's just because, like, in the moment, you're not sedated in any way, and it's hard to explain unless you go through it. And I have some people on TikTok, they talk about it, and they're like, oh my God, like, why didn't nobody tell me this? Yeah. Well, I'm telling you now.
And they want you to sit still.
Yes, you cannot move at all.
And OBGYNs, they are very known for being just very rude about it as well.
Mine was very nice.
Legs open, stay still, butt on the table. And it's like, you're forcing me to do something. My body is like, it's hurting me. And it's so, like, I told Ashton, you don't even know the pain. Ashton had to watch me get a cervical check. And then put the balloon on my cervix to dilate me because I had the uterine infection. And I kicked my doctor. I hope he felt every pain of it, because I was literally, I don't know how I was doing it 9 months pregnant. I lifted myself all the way to the top, look where my head's touching the wall to get away from him.
Yes. They don't understand. It's hard. Like, when they don't want you to move, it's like,
Bed on
what
the
do you
table.
mean?
Stay
like,
right
and you know
here.
they've gone through this. Well, not the men, but, like, you know, the women, they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But it was I actually had a blockage in my left fallopian tube that she was actually able to push it out with the liquid, with the pressure of it. And she called it like a little stem. She said, it looks like a little tree stem in here. And I'm like, okay. But that was the point, like, when I set up and was getting up, I was like, oh, I'm fine. She's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. I went to go stand up, and I was like super like the color was like all gone from it. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't think so. And she's like, well, I know it's painful. So like, take a second, because we've had people pass out before.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay. But, you know, that came back. My blockages were cleared. So my stuff was open. We tried a couple more months, didn't have any success. And that's when we got referred to the IVF clinic across the hall. And, unfortunately, we had financially, it's just super hard to keep up with, and it's not like you can put it on a payment plan, you know. You got to pay all that up front, sadly. And we did 2 or 3 rounds of the first startup sessions, and decided that it was not something that I wanted to do anymore, just because the medication that I was on 2 pills, and then We even did like some trigger shots. We got to that point. But even just like the pills that they had us on, like my hair was starting to come out. And we had been on them for so long because we went through that process for a couple months. And we'd even done that process with my OBGYN, like the pills part of it. And they said, like, you know, the mood swings are insane. I was overheating all the time. Like, I was so hot. And then they, like, one of the pills they have you on is, like, they give cancer patients.
Yeah.
So it was, like, it was crazy. And I told Dustin, like, my body just was telling me it's just not, I don't want to do this anymore, you know? So we stopped doing that probably 2 years ago or so. And we have not had any luck since. But, you know, we're not preventing it. So if it does happen, I think it's God's plan. And at this point, if it doesn't, then we're also okay with that. I think we've gone through the process of...
Do you think you're at peace with it? Or do you think you'll never be?
I don't think I'll ever be at peace with it. I think I've learned how to understand and cope with it. Because I keep going back to... I feel like there's a reason why I haven't.
Like medically, physically, spiritually? Or you think there's something in your life?
Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I can't really quite tell you because...
Like the timing?
I don't think it's the timing because I feel like I'm at the best place that I've been at in my life so far at this time.
Or do you feel like you need something to change in your life? Or like there's something else that has to happen?
I need to take care of myself more, like, physically and medically, because I do have, like, you know, I am overweight, which I do know, and thanks PCOS. I used to be skinny, but I do think that, which has also come with me having, like, a little bit of heart problems and a little bit of high blood pressure. So I think that maybe that plays into effect, because I always think about, well, if I did get pregnant, like, preeclampsia would probably be a lot higher, or
and your heart is pumping.
And I have tachycardia, so my heart beats really fast. And I'm on a medicine for that to kind of help slow it down. So I'm sure you can't take that while you're pregnant. I mean, I couldn't imagine.
When I was I remember even telling you and even Ash, I'm like, I can literally feel my heart pump, like beating so fast, like outside my chest.
It puts so much pressure on your body. And I don't know that, I sometimes think that I don't know that my body could handle it. Yeah. And so I would hate to,
like, have, like, I guess I don't want to say miserable, but, like, especially, like, am I going to be okay? Is my baby going to be okay? So
I'd hate to go through that, and if something happened to me or something I would never forgive myself, and I feel like Dustin would have a hard time with it, because he always, like, he tells me, like, we've talked about this, like, we think maybe it's for a reason, like, because if something happened to me, he would not be able to do this, and, like, what if, you know, this baby came fine, but I didn't make it, and would he be okay with that? Would he be able to do it?
Do you think you have another calling where maybe God's trying to push you into something else? Because growing up, Caitlin has always said, which I think this is a lot of people what you said, because you can never imagine yourself having a baby. Me, I was 5 saying I was going to have 5 kids. You know, that was just me. My mom said, like, I would take care of my baby dolls like they were my kids.
You did. Yeah, you did.
But I've never seen Caitlin having her own child, even from when she was like 13 years old. Like, I've never seen Caitlin having her own kid.
I never wanted kids.
Caitlin's like very independent. I don't care. I'm living my life. Whether her drum was not on beat with anybody else's, and she didn't care. Caitlin's always kind of been that way, very funny, very just on her own. So I never imagined Caitlin having her own kids ever, even before the health issues that we knew about. I always seen Caitlin adopting, fostering, helping someone in need.
Well, you know, it's funny that you bring that up, because we did go through the foster process.
Because, like, the movie about the fostering parents, I forgot what it's called, but it's on
Foster
Netflix.
Family.
But it reminds me so much of you, like what you could do for a kid.
But we went through that process, and let me tell you, that process is freaking grueling.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so, I mean, like, to the point where we go to work, we'd come home, and whatever day you had your classes on, because you have so many classes that you have to go through, and then you have to get certificates and certificate, all that stuff. Oh my God, it was crazy, like the facts that they give you that you cannot do and that you have to meet, and then it was hours of classes, hours and hours and hours of classes that we sat through, and then you had to answer the questions, and then You had to go through a home study, and like there could be some. I mean, a kid could come in. Say we got like a 13-year-old kid.
Mm-hmm.
He could come in, be extremely angry. I mean, why wouldn't he be?
Right.
It's common sense. Of course he would be. He could come in here and take a baseball bat to your entire house, and you cannot do anything about it legally.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot discipline him. You cannot hold him down. You cannot do anything. Like, we were told we could not even pretty much, like, put them in a corner, is the way they made it seem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to call your social worker. They have to handle the situation and tell you how to handle it. If they get a scratch from playing outside, you have to document it. If this kid said that you hit them, they're going to take the kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much that we weren't willing to... We didn't think it was worth it for us. And it's sad because we were very open to doing it. Like, I think I set up a whole nursery.
Yes.
And, because we were still trying at the time. But then we even got toddler beds and stuff for, like, being able to take in, you know, because we had a certain age range that we were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we were looking to foster to adopt, you know. So it was just a terrible experience. And then after we went through our questions with them and they told us the answers, we were like, this can't be real. Like, what they're asking of you and then what you cannot do in return is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we moved on from that into looking into actual adoption, in-state, out of country, etc. And it is a $20,000 bill plus.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not something like we can do right now because we can't write you a check. You know, we'd have to take out a loan against our house, like
Mm-hmm.
a line of credit or something. And, you know, we've remodeled and stuff recently. So we're not in a position that we can do that
Mm-hmm.
right now, sadly. And we've come to that conclusion. Like, Dustin is what? He's 29. I'm 28.
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready to be 29, 30. But if it doesn't happen for us by 32, we've kind of decided that that's like our cutoff. We don't want to be older parents. We do want to
Mhm.
enjoy our own lives. Because, I mean, right now, you think about it. We just started our, like, life. We've bought our home. We've
Mhm.
remodeled. We're started from the broke stage onto the
Yeah.
more financially stable side. We're working our ass off to get things paid off and to build things so that when we get to that retirement age, we can enjoy it.
Right.
And I don't want to be that person that has kids in their late 30s and 40s. I just don't.
Yeah.
So for me, I struggle with it. I think what I struggle with is that the option was taken from me. Like, I feel like my body has, like, failed me in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that I feel like I never have had that option.
Do you think in the future you would ever be mad that you never got to experience that? Or do you think you're like, it just didn't happen?
I think I get sad for myself when I look in the future because I have my nieces and my nephews, but, and like especially Noah, like he fills a void for me that I think I'll never, like it helped me in a lot of ways, like seeing him from birth on.
Even like from the very beginning on.
Yeah. So
I like Caitlin to be very a part of my pregnancy, baby
Yes.
showers, like everything. You know, going to appointments with me, talking to her about names, and I tell Caitlin, I'm like, does it make you uncomfortable? Because I don't want to do it, and it almost like hurt you.
Well, I hate
more.
that people get uncomfortable with the topic around me because
Mhm.
I did handle things really hard a few years ago. Like whenever Kirsten first told me she was pregnant with her first,
Mm-hmm.
I was like super excited to her face, but then I had to go like take a step back
Yep.
and kind of hide in a room for a minute and cry because it feels like you're so happy for somebody, but at
Yeah.
the same time it's like you can't control how your mind thinks. So it's like you're just hurt that you can't enjoy that, or why can't I have this moment? You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like it sucks in that way,
Mhm.
but I also think like that, and in a weird way, like I hate to say this, but I think your loss kind of put it in perspective for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it helped me in
Yeah.
a way. And then seeing you go through like the healthy side process of it
Mhm.
was very amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel like I got my feel from that experience. I think about, like I said, myself in the future, like, I get scared that if Dustin passes away, I don't have anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't have anybody to look out for me, you know? And I think about it in that way. But then, like Dustin says, well, you'll have Noe and whoever else. Yes, I will. But I'm not his mom, you know what I mean? So it's not, I mean, I'm sure he'll care for me, but he won't care for me in that way.
I beg to differ. I do, because, like, how I view my first nephew and, like, what that feels like. And I literally, still, he feels like my son. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, yeah. The way I feel, yes. I agree in that. I guess, I don't know. It's hard. I think we won't know until that time comes. Mm-hmm. But I do worry because, like, we've already, you know, me and Dustin have already talked about, like, all our stuff gets left to Noah. I mean, and I'm sure maybe we'll split some things between other kids, but, like, we'll set up a college fund for Noah. Mm-hmm. Like, we will do this for Noah. Like, he will get our house, and he can do with it what he pleases. He will get, like, he will get everything.
He will get everything.
I'm not going to leave it to anybody, like, just to this day. I mean, he will get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that I'm as involved in his life as he'll let me be.
I think he will. And I know he's just a baby, and so he's cute and cuddly right now, but he really is just, like, very special.
Yes, he is.
You can tell his heart's just very...
I love it because I think he also knows each one of us.
Like, yes, he's very different. Even with me and Ashton, we talked about it this morning. He's just very different with Ashton. He's very different with me.
Yes.
Very
and it's
different
like
with Caitlin.
He hears me on the phone, and he knows who I am.
Lights up. He knows who he's talking to. He knows.
Yeah, and, like, if I'm in the room with Kirsten... Because I don't see him, like, every day, he'll come to me over Kirsten. Like, you know, or with some circumstances. Like,
he's very interested in Caitlin. He knows who Caitlin is, even from his... So I don't see Noah not being, like...
Yeah.
I'm sure when he gets mad at me, he's going to call his Aunt KK, and KK's going to call me. I'm like, well, Caitlin, this is the rules. He broke it.
Not because you're stupid as hell. You're going to leave him the hell alone.
He's probably going to go to her house.
He's just a boy.
Yeah, he's going to run to her house, and it's going to be, whatever. You're coming back in the morning and you're still grounded.
Look at the shit that you did when you was this age. Leave him alone. Let him live his life. He'll be like, can I move in with KK? He'll be like,
I don't see him like being like a mama's boy, like where he can't function without his mother.
But he will be very attached to you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think from that way, I don't know. I feel like I've grieved it, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. It really sucks. And there are some times where I still get upset about it, and I will cry, and... You know, it does hurt me, but at the same time, I think things happen for a reason, and there must be something that I'm meant for that's greater
than what you even know.
And maybe, like I said, like, I have 6 dogs, people. I can't fucking say no.
They're worse than my child.
Yes, and maybe that's just what I'm meant to do, is take in these animals that don't have other places and give them a good home. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm at a max capacity.
She's maxed
I could deal
out.
with like 3 less
she
dogs
was maxed
and be okay.
out 5 dogs ago.
At one point I had 8. And then it got down to 6. I don't even know how.
But it's truly amazing. With Harrison, he's my favorite. I say that. I don't care.
Yeah, Harrison was what? We got him, 3 years ago?
He was, I think, 9 years old.
9.
And most of his life has been on the floor. And I mean, he's old, and you can look at him, you know, he's old.
Yeah.
But he's just so full. I came through the door even tonight, and he's just so full of life, and just
he loves Kirsten. That's his girlfriend.
So happy, you know, and you know that he's gonna live out the best years of his life here.
Yeah, he is so spoiled. My God, Dustin fell in love with him though. That's more of Dustin's thing because. Mm-hmm. We used to go walk dogs. This is how, you know, we don't have kids. We used to do our spare time. We would go walk the dogs at the local, like
Humane Society.
Kind of. It's like somebody's personal property out in the country. Mm. But Harrison, they would not let hardly anybody walk him. And we kept noticing it, and we was like, what the hell? Like, but he was a barker. Oh, my God. Like, he would just stand and bark. And I think he wanted attention. Mm-hmm. So we asked his story, and they were like, well, he is very aggressive towards men. He's been in this kennel for the last 7 years. And nobody has been interested. He's had a couple people, but it hasn't worked out. he had a lady that had him originally, and they had 2 children, and I guess he had knocked one of the little toddlers over, and the dad beat the living shit out of him just for knocking over a baby, which comes with having a dog. I'm sorry.
Harrison is very big, and
yeah, he's a German Shepherd. He's a full-blooded German Shepherd. He is huge.
He's made me kind of stumble before.
Oh, he gets the zoomies, baby watch and kneecaps. Because he's taking them out.
He's taking them out.
I mean, he is not aware of how big he is or his surroundings. He don't give a shit. He's living life. Like,
yes.
I'm a big back. Move out of my way.
And he's so sweet. Like, when he really... Like, when I would let him, like, lay with me.
I'll have to post some pictures of him when we do this
He's
video.
so cute. But I mean, the way he looks at you with his eyes, it's like he just... I feel like, I hate to say it.
He looks into your soul.
But there's some dogs I feel like don't really have a soul. And some dogs that you just know that they do. They understand. No, I won't say they won't have a soul, but they understand what you're doing, what you're saying. Like, you're looking. Like, Harrison, I feel like he was meant to be with me, but he just can't. I live in an apartment.
I always tell Kirsten that if she had a house, I would give her Harrison because he loves her so much.
I don't think I could take him away from you guys now because I feel like it's just like...
I think he'd be a little... No, I think he loves you so much that he'd be okay with it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't... I think his problem would be other dogs because him and Jade are very close.
Yes.
Because, like, yesterday it was actually very cute because I brought Harrison in, or had Jade in for a minute first because Jade's got, like, a rash, so we were looking at it. Let Harrison in, and fucking Jade, because Dustin was working, Jade had Harrison over there in the corner just licking his face. And he was just letting her, like, it was like, oh my God, this is precious.
And Harrison's an old man. He doesn't really like certain things or people being too
crotchety.
Loud. Oh, yeah, he'll get on to the other children out there, too.
Yeah.
It's very fun. He's very dad. Like, he makes them shut up real quick. Shut up. Even Jade will.
Jade, she'll come at you like a linebacker is what I call her.
Yeah.
You get her mad and she'll, like, run towards you and, like, put you in a corner.
Yes. So he's very sweet, and maybe that's something you are meant to do. Maybe there's something greater. Yeah. That you don't. I think we decided
though that like our max is like 3. Yeah. After this, because all of these dogs, like Jade is 5, Harrison is what 10 or 11 plus now, and then you've got the 2 beagles that were brother and sister. He's got 3 legs, and she's they were found out in Kentucky by my HR lady, but they're going on 2. Or they are 2 going on 3 now. I lose track of their ages. There's so many. But then we got the 2 black dogs, the Newfoundlands, and they are going to be 2 in December. And they're 120 plus pounds. I mean, they're huge. So imagine going outside to feed everybody. It is like getting hit by a Mack truck.
Yes. Yes.
So Dustin's like, we are max capacity at 3.
No more.
Like, no more. And I'm like, well, what about 3 and, like, 2 small dogs?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, 3. I'm like, no, I don't know if I can really do it.
They're crazy. No.
Yeah. I'm going to, like, that's what I need to make in the outro for this is Harrison's bark. Because I'm telling you, he could set a fucking Guinness Book of World Records for how long he can bark consecutively without breathing. It is, I don't know. And I mean, you would think he gets attention now, but he knows that's how he gets attention.
Yes. So that's how I know. Going. He's like, if I get annoying, they'll let me inside because he ain't no fool.
No, I'm like, we'll let him outside to go pee and like give him time to run and play. No. He wants back inside and he wants it now.
Yes. But to wrap up Safe Space, what would you tell people who either just found out or they've been diagnosed with it? What would you say is like something that's helped you, I hate to say make peace, or to be able to start to live your life around PCOS in a healthy way?
I think a lot of it has to do with it's for a reason. Like, I think if I didn't have that, then I would just never be able to process it. And I think a lot of it, like my partner too, like being accepted and being understanding that I will never be able to give them children, and them supporting me in that, and for him it's me, like he's here for me, like he wants me, and if that comes with not having kids, then he's okay with that. I think that's a lot of it too, because most men want children, And
it's like, it's a divorcing you. I'm sorry. I have to have, and I know it sounds crap, but I have to have kids, you know? Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is, I know it's sad, especially if you have siblings that are having children. It's very hard to witness it, but I think it's also a blessing because in a way, those become your children in a way for you. So I feel like that has helped me a lot. But also, I'm very into, I follow a lot of people that have the same thing I have, and listening to their stories and how they've done things and gone through it has helped me a lot too. So I'm like, oh, I mean, I did that too, you know, like I understand. And like, I do comment a lot on people's stuff. And I would say what's meant to happen will happen, but don't fixate on it, because when you do, I think it just brings you into such a darker place.
Do you think it's okay to, when somebody close to you or not, do you think it's healthy to let out, like, right now in this moment, I'm not happy for them, I'm angry because do you think that sometimes is healthy, even if it's for a second, to let that true emotion come out?
I think you have to, because if you bottle it up, you are going to become miserable. Like, it affects the way you treat people. It affects the way that you act. It even affects you physically, like how you feel. And so I think that's why, like when mom told me, like, every day she came in there that day, she was like, you would be crazy if you didn't have these feelings. You know what I mean? Like,
you'd be lying if you said you didn't have.
Yeah, and you have to get
feeling.
it out. Like, it's okay. And I'm like, but I feel like such a piece of shit that I feel like this, but I can't control it. And like, I couldn't even control it. Like, it just came out. Like, I knew that if I had to get up right now and leave, like, because I was so happy, but then like it's almost like that devil on your shoulder that overpowered it. And so, but I think that you have to get it out. And I think it's such a hard thing, because that's what women are created for. And you can't do what you were created to do. And you want to create something with somebody that you love, and you want to feel that love. It's just, there's a lot to it. But I think you're not alone in it, sadly. And I wish there was more research that could be done, and more treatments that could be done, or
justice
some
for
kind
women.
of a cure. Like, yes. And please, if you think that you have it, please go see a OBGYN. Please voice your concerns. Don't just let a doctor tell you that you're overweight and that you need to do this. If you're seeing things, go. Because I actually think that if I would have...
Switch doctors.
Yes. Because I have the greatest OBGYN. I truly do. I think that if I could have got diagnosed sooner, then I could have taken steps sooner when I was younger. And I could have maybe turned things around.
But I also think that, honestly, there is still not enough coverage on it.
No, they don't. And that's what you hear a lot of people. And it's not something that when you get it, doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to have kids. Because there are people like Macy Bookout from Teen Mom. She has PCOS, and she's got 3 or 4 kids. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to have children. Don't think that. Don't get down automatically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I really wish they would put more funding into polycystic ovarian, because it affects so many more women, especially starting now, like in the last, I'd say, 10 years. So many people, so many friends that I have it. Or even endometriosis, because those kind of go hand in hand. There's just not enough research done. They don't know enough about it to do anything. And they really need to get together. Like, I understand there's cancers and there's this, but this also needs to be on the priority. Our birth rates are going down.
Significantly.
A lot. And a lot of this is why. And I think a lot of it has to do with what we're putting into our bodies, sadly.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole other thing for me to get into one day. But I would say just reach out. Like, if you think that you haven't been diagnosed officially, but you think it, and your doctors are not taking you seriously, find a new one.
Yeah. And
I recommend a OBGYN, someone who specializes in the reproductives, because otherwise they're not going to have the resources or the care to want to do it. They don't look at it every day, so they couldn't tell you that every day.
No.
You know?
And they'll just refer you to somebody.
But I mean, you're not alone. It's a very hard thing. but the way I get through it, I just think that there's a reason. I'm meant to do something greater, or it's not my time yet. You know, things happen for a reason, and we never know. You know, so. Is this it?
If it's what you want it to be, yeah.
Okay. That's all I can say on it.
But I think that was really good. That was a little
hard.
It's trust me, I imagine when I do mine, it's going to be tear fest.
I was going to cry, but I didn't want to.
I know. It's okay, though, because it's real, you know, so.
That's next one. Okay.
So we actually are going to be filming a second episode. So hopefully, as long as editing goes well, we are actually going to be doing 2 episodes. One is going to be obviously this episode where we talk about
trouble,
weekly diagnosis, couch confession, safe space, everything like that. But we also wanted to do conspiracies and true crime because that is something me and Caitlin are very hardcore into. But like we said, we didn't want our podcast to only be about true crime and conspiracy. But it's something that we are interested in, and I know a lot of people are as well. Speaking about spookier things, spooky season is coming up.
I love spooky season.
Of course, you know, my mind's already rolling with like, okay, what am I going to do? What's all the puns I'm going to put on the episodes and the segment?
She's so bad with this.
I love puns. I love it. But if you guys have any ideas, let us know. What do you guys want to see for spooky season? Because it's very, very exciting.
We're open to whatever.
We are so open. And I think it'd be really, really fun. But let's switch it up and let's talk about couch confessions. I really want a song for couch confessions because I can like hear it in my head. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
But since we don't have couch confessions sent in from you guys, we are just going to do like, am I the asshole? And I told Caitlin I don't want nothing that's just like boring. A lot of them are. I want something juicy, something funny, because we're not here for that. You are not here for that, okay? If I'm getting bored while reading it, we ain't doing it. But make sure you guys are sending us like any embarrassing stories, questions, advice, what have you. Our Gmail is sisntpod@gmail.com. We'll also have it at the end of the video, in the description, everything like that. So, okay, Caitlin, read us our Am I the Asshole?
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I don't think so.
Okay. So this is all from Reddit because that's where the I am the asshole comes from.
Yes.
Here it is. The person who told his girlfriend that she was in the top 3 of the best girlfriends with the possibility and potential of moving up.
Not the potential of moving
Yes. Up. How dare you, for one, tell me that I'm in the top 3 of... I better be number 1. There
shouldn't be no other numbers.
No, 1. You're stupid. You're going to be single forever. Oh, my God. But here's the story. Are you ready for this?
I don't think so.
Last night, we were cuddling in bed after having a really great day together. And she asked me if she was the best girlfriend ever.
Oh, my gosh.
I hesitated and said, "You're definitely up there."
Right there.
Well, of course she asked what that meant, and I explained that she was definitely in the top 3 of my favorite girlfriends with the room and potential to move up. Needless to say, a big fight broke out, and she told all her friends, and they all think I'm a giant asshole. And now she wants to hang out with her girlfriends this weekend and have some space to think about things. Now, before we get started into our opinions on this, Reddit themselves respond to this and say, "My dude, you fucked up. Top 3 with room to move up?
The
Fucking
room
savage.
to move up is crazy."
Yeah. Yeah. They said, "I hope you like sleeping alone for a while.
Or forever."
Okay, there's this toxic thing that women do. And I am very guilty of it. I want to know about your other girlfriends.
I don't care.
But then I also want to light you on fire and like watch you burn when you decide that you're going to tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I'll get to Dustin like, what did you do with this person? And he'd be like, no, we're not doing this. Nope. And I'm like, tell me now. I want to know.
For me, I don't
and then
care.
He's like, you don't remember the last time I told you this, and you got all mad, and I'm like, no.
Caitlin sometimes starts fights. Caitlin does do that.
What?
You sometimes start fights, and it's
Are you talking about the freaking ice?
No, but you start on something, and you know where it's gonna go. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, I feel like you're taking his side on things.
No, I'll call you both out.
He's got toxic traits too.
Oh, for sure. So do you.
Yeah. I'm bad. I know, but I can't help it.
Mm.
But I'm like, if you ever told me that I'm in the top 3, that's like, okay, no, TMI, but if I had to ask, like what's like are we like, am I the best sex you ever had? And if they tell me, like, if he hesitates, like, I'm going to fucking explode. Like, because to this day, Dustin's like, yes. And I'm like, are you just telling me that because you want to tell me, like, you want me to think that? Or do you truly think that? He's like, why does you do this every time? Like, yes, you are. Like, I love you. I've never loved somebody like that, so it's better for me anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, are you sure? Like, I just can't be. I can't be too sure. And I want you to tell me the truth.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever had sex with this girl? You'd be like, I might go in there. Well, like, what kind? Like, were you using protection?
Oh my gosh.
Like, because I will like. He's like, of course, like, duh. I wasn't planning on having a baby with some rando. Yeah. And I'm like, you dirty. You know what I want to say so bad.
Caitlin's getting heated up right now.
I'm like, you disgust me. But I'm like, do you get mad if you like think about me being with other people? And he's like, no. I mean, it's part of your previous life. And I'm like, you don't feel hurt that I was with other people before you? Do you even love me? I'm like,
that's so funny.
Oh my God. Did we read another one?
I didn't give my opinion.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I hate to say. Go ahead.
I just think it's just very funny, which I know it's not for her, but it is for me. I love the potential to move up. That's my favorite part. It sounds like it's just...
What qualifies as the potential?
Yeah.
What do I have to do to move up?
And who's first? And who's second?
Yeah. And what made them first, second? What made them in the top 3?
I could just imagine the scenario, right? They're having a great day. They come home. They're cuddling together. And she's just like... Am I the best girlfriend you ever had? And she's expecting, oh, babe, you don't even know. Like, I don't think I even knew about love until you came into my life. You're just so amazing. And I can't wait to see what the future is like.
And then you get hit with.
I mean, like, you're definitely the top 3. But you do have potential to move up, but you're definitely not there yet.
But we can work on it.
We can work on it, yeah.
Oh, my God, Kirsten, how would you respond?
I think I would just get up and leave and never be heard from again. That's just me, though. I'm like,
did they move in together? Because I want more to this story.
Definitely.
Do they live together? How long have they been together? What does he do for work? Because at this point, I think he's like a gamer that like games all day and doesn't have a job. You know, like I want more context. So
it kind of sounds like for her, she's probably like not the rebound, but just like a girl he's with.
Maybe he can't be single.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has to have somebody, and that just happens to be her. Sadly,
because you see that a lot, like with celebrities, YouTubers.
With that.
Yeah,
gross. Ugh, I could never.
No.
Like, I'm kind of a dick. So, I feel like, yeah, I probably would. I'd be like, you're a piece of shit. Like, fuck yourself because you suck at it anyways. And I would have got my shit and left. Like, probably.
I just would not even, I would just leave.
I would have sent, like, a gram to his door. Like, those, like, you know those burnt biscuits people send? I would have sent some shit to his door and be like, you're a piece of shit. And, like, all my friends would have posted it on his Facebook page or something.
Caitlin's more like, I need revenge. I'm more like, deuces.
I need like a little bit of revenge. Like
I like to
have
play with the
word.
mind. I don't really care about the banter. I like to play with the mind.
You're also like a psycho.
I also like played hard to get. Like Ashton, when he first introduced himself to me, he said, "Hi, I'm Ashton. Like, you know, how long you been here?" And I was talking to him. I never told him my name.
You're so. Oh God.
If you come up to me, I'd play it cool, right? But my heart was like, right. But I'm playing it cool, like.
Kirsten's heart was beating fast because she was like, "Ooh, I love me this little."
Ashton was so funny. Is he always knew what aisle I was in. And he would like walk by. So it's doing that thing where he doesn't want me to know that he sees me. He's trying to like play it nonchalant.
He's like stalking the shelf, like
so
just happens to glance at you at the same time you're looking at him.
He had the top stock cart, and so he was going by the aisle that I was in. And this is what he did. So he would push the cart with one arm and have his hand like this, and just like, I don't know, like to me it reminded me of like a movie where the guy knows he's hot and he's just like pushing like he doesn't see me.
I was gonna be in your head to see the images that you come
I'm
across.
just like, okay. And Ashton, I told him, so he actually made me cry at one day because he ignored me for like 2 weeks, and he would see me.
Because you hurt his feelings.
He wouldn't talk to me, and I cried in my car after work, and I'm
That's
like,
how you know it's love, people.
And Ashton was like, well, you told me to shut up and stop talking to you, so I did.
I love how Ashton takes things so seriously.
He does, but he's very much learned now.
Yes,
but
you can't take Kirsten's stupid ass seriously.
It's like, you really hurt me, Ashton. I said, you made me cry, and I didn't tell him that until like really recently. But it was like, I was literally laughing when I was saying it. Why would you think I'm serious? But whatever.
I love that. And now look at you, married with a baby.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
okay, so do we want one more?
well, let's do one more. Why not?
Okay, so this one I have my own thoughts on.
Okay.
All right. The person that refused to take his girlfriend out for dinner because he wanted her to cook for him every night instead, wait, let me see that. I can't fucking talk. Okay. All right, so let's do one more.
Okay.
Here it is. The person who refused to take his girlfriend out for dinner because he wanted her to cook for him every night instead, even when she told him she wanted a break from cooking. Here's the story. It's gotten to the point where I don't see any point in going out to eat, pretty much ever, except for maybe her birthday. Even the most exotic ingredients aren't out of her reach either. And even though it's not about the cost, I've saved up more being with her than I ever have in any other relationship. The only places we really go out for date night is ramen. She can't figure out how to make the noodles, but she still tries, so it's just a matter of time. And we do like sushi. I don't think it's worth it to go out and pay at a restaurant the food prices when we can stay home for food prices and have food that's just as excellent and prepared by her.
Okay, I'm gonna give my opinion right here, right now. So I think if they were really trying to save for a home, trying to pay off debt, and they were really in a bind, right? And we need to start making cuts. Mm-hmm. What have you, right? And I'm going to say this, maybe I'm more traditional, but I'm sorry. I think a man should take out his wife every so often, or girlfriend, or what. You should do that. It is just what you should want, like, no matter the money, to make her feel good.
Well, yeah, because if she's the one always cooking, because, like, you cook a lot. Like, you cook more than I ever intend
I
to
love
ever
cooking.
Do. But it gets exhausting when you're the only one doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you almost kind of feel like, I won't say, like, you're like a slave in your relationship, in a way. Like, no. How do I say this without it being okay? I don't even know.
Say this nicer.
No, okay.
So yeah. I just feel like a slave.
No, because like if you're doing it every day, you don't want to feel like you're catering to that person 24/7 and not getting anything in return.
But I think if it's like if you don't get the thing in return.
Yeah, and I don't mean. I guess like I don't feel like a slave. I do like to cook. People doesn't treat me like a slave.
I think as long as you're getting something back. If I cook, you clean the whole kitchen.
Yes, and Dustin does that. He will clean if I cook, and if he cooks, I clean. That's just our little agreement.
If I'm not feeling well after dinner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think as long as you're getting it back, because I enjoy cooking and I get kind of hands off. I won't let Ashton even touch, like, unload the groceries. So I'm like, their water bottles need to have the label facing out.
But also, Kirsten has a severe case of OCD.
I do.
That she really needs to be medicated for.
I probably do, but I'm probably not going to.
No, but if I'm just gonna say this, Kirsten dries her sink every time she uses it.
Oh my god!
I walked into her go pee at her house one day, and I was like, oh, "Your sink is dry." She's like, "Yeah, I know," and I'm like, "Do you dry it every time that you use it?" She goes, "Yes."
I really thought you didn't brush your teeth today.
Like, I just thought she didn't use it. Like, I thought she was dirty, and I was like, "You dry it every time."
Mm-hmm.
To this day.
So now every time I go in my bathroom, I laugh.
You think
because
about it?
Now I'm like, now I don't even want to dry my sink off because now I feel like I'm being judged every time I do
I
it.
am, because that is crazy sauce. But good for you that makes you feel something, I guess. Me, I'm like, I got better things to do than dry my fucking sink, even though it probably takes 30 seconds.
You should see Ashton wash his hands, like, because he knows how I feel about it. So one night I was waiting for him to get home from work, and so he
Today?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I don't know what day it was, but he was like, this is how he washes his hands when I'm watching him. He's trying to keep it in because he has big hands, right? And they're really nasty after work. And so it's like brown. I'm like,
oh, so he splattered.
no joke. And he can feel the eyes on him.
I'm like,
hey, don't forget you have like a little bit. I'm getting it.
leave him alone.
I can't
You're
stand
so
it.
bad.
I have a white sink, so it's like very prominent.
No, her whole. I mean, do you dry your bathtub?
No, I mean the ledge. Because Nala's really bad about getting in it. I like to get the ledge at least.
Okay, well that's better.
But no, I won't dry like the fountain, like the no.
There was an update to this. Okay.
Oh my god.
So he later updated his post to reveal that he took her out for dinner once and proposed, which she turned him down.
Absolutely.
Because there was too much of an imbalance in their relationship. Mm-hmm. He reveals that they were splitting up because he still wasn't taking her out to dinner, and in fact had just begun complaining that she made casserole too often. So the response from Reddit was, "It boggles my mind how you went through that whole fight. People told you were being an ass. You seemed to realize how one-sided the relationship was, and yet you still let her cook. She rejected a marriage proposal and suggested counseling. For fuck's sake, dude. And it never occurred to you that maybe she's cooking casserole because you hadn't changed one bit, and she was doing less to prove a point."
My question is does she work? Because this is what I always say. Men nowadays want I'm going to say a lot of men. I'm going to say it because I hear it all the time. A lot of men, right, they want their woman to work. They want help with the bills.
Yep.
But they also want you to do all the cooking, the cleaning, taking care of the kids, right? You can't have that. Mm-mm. So if you're going to treat her like a housewife, then you better be providing like men back in the 50s. You know what I mean?
Amen.
And so, like, even my husband can run off 4 hours of sleep, right? While I go to work, since he's working night shift. He'll unload the dishes from when I've cleaned them last night when he's at work. The living room is picked up. He makes up the bed.
Yep.
And my bathroom is wiped down from when he was getting ready. I'm sorry. And he, like, even when Ashton's on his regular schedule, he comes straight in from work, washes his hands real quick, because I won't let him touch Noah until he's out of the clothes and washes his hands. Grabs Noah, and immediately it's just a dad taking care of him, cleaning, cooking, all of that.
Yeah, just because you come home from work doesn't mean that you get to sit and be a lazy bum. You still have to maintain a household, take care of children, animals, etc. Yep. Still cook dinner, still clean up, still do laundry. You can't just, I hate that. And I'm kind of bad about it sometimes. But like Dustin, every day when he gets up, he does the dishes, puts them away. He feeds the dogs before he leaves, lets them out. Yep. Helps maintain the yard. Laundry, he is a fucking psycho about doing laundry. It's honestly, it drives me insane.
Yes.
But I mean, he'll pick up the kitchen. I mean, he'll run the mop. I mean, he'll do shit that I wouldn't even have thought about that day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Take out the garbage, all that stuff. I mean, your life does not stop just because you work.
And the thing is, like, Ashton, he'll probably get like 4 hours of sleep before Noah wakes up. he wants me to sleep longer before I have to go into work, so he'll let me stay in the bed, and he takes, even though he's exhausted. So for me, when I hear like sad excuses, well, he works, so I understand. I don't.
I do too.
I don't understand. Nope, I don't. No, I really, really don't. And it's because I think women are trying to shove themselves down, like, oh, I don't deserve, like, I can understand he works. I don't care. You should be able to come home, take care of the kids that you created or that you have stepped up and have agreed to take care of with me.
100%.
And run this house. Like, it's your pee on the toilet rim, not mine. I sit down and pee.
Yep.
It's, your dirty hand print in the shower.
Yes.
It's, also your feet that have tracked in this dirt. So help me. Like Ashton today he helped his grandma pick up our Walmart order, and he had to go to Dollar Tree, CVS, picked up lunch for me, came home, and he said, no, I'm going to vacuum. You sit down. I want you to relax. I want you to eat. And it's like,
I'll fucking hug Ashton right now. I'll fucking hug him right now.
He gets on to me. He said, you're going to sit down, you're going to eat because you're not feeling good.
When he came home from work today, because he worked this weekend, he came home to work today. I did a grocery pickup order from Walmart. And I was like, hey, can you grab this? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I forgot to put sliders in that order because he likes these sliders that I make. And I want to make it for him fresh instead of having him take it to lunch every day because he hasn't had them fresh and they're a lot better.
Yeah.
But so he goes there and then he turns around and goes to IGA to pick up Hawaiian rolls. Even though I told him, don't worry about it, I would do it.
Yeah.
Comes home. I'm still cleaning. He's like, you're done.
Yep.
You're not doing it anymore.
I was just like, am I going to come back to Hulk Hogan? Because I get in this mood, or if I get, like, my anxiety goes up and my house is really, really dirty. Especially if I haven't gotten dressed for the day. Like, I was starting to get kind of overstimulated because I'm like, I want to get dressed and then I want to be calm before I go to the podcast, right? And he's like, because it really is my anxiety. I tell him I'm really trying to be better with it, but I get anxious when things are dirty. I can't think. Do. And he's like,
especially if you're on a tangent, because it's like if you stop and things are not where you think they need to be at, then my mood can go from 0 to fucking -1,000.
Yes.
Like, so it needs to be done.
He's really good about, like, sit down, take a break, stop. And I've had to learn that. I'm like, at first it offended me because I'm like, let me do what I have to do. Like, you don't get what my mental state is with it. And it's more like, no, you stop. Like, I was like, I think I'm about to throw up. Hold on, I'm going to vacuum really quick. That's my mentality.
I haven't eaten all day. I finally had to, right before Dustin got home, eat an Uncrustable.
Yes.
Because I was on the verge of puking because I had been going and not ate.
I'm really bad about running myself into the ground.
This morning. Yeah. It was like crazy.
Especially cleaning days. I won't get dressed, which is really bad.
I gotta do this before Kirsten gets here because, I have this in the podcast room and I need to get all this gone through. And then Dustin's like, no, you're done. I'm like, well, I gotta do this. And he's like, just put it here. It'll be fine until you get done. I'm like, we'll do it tomorrow. Like, oh, but I don't want to do it tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, I think about that. I'm like, oh my God.
But I think a lot of women are becoming used to it, so they're making excuses for it. And then they wonder why they're burnt out, they're unhappy.
Yeah.
And they don't feel understood.
Well, because you let your men also run, like, and because it's almost like the woman's job to, like, maintain the house, the children. But that doesn't exclude you.
Here's what I say.
From participating in that.
I've never felt more feminine. I've asked Ashton, I said, am I more attractive to you because I'm taking care of your son? And he said, not that, like, I'm less attractive than from before, but he was like, it is very attractive for me to see you taking care of our son. And, like, because when you're supported, you want to be more of a woman. When you're supported, you take pride. Oh, I'm cooking this meal for my family.
For my husband. I am taking care of my husband, my children.
In my home. And I love that. I feel very feminine. And women, that gets taken away from them because men want to act like they're above that. And I hate the excuse, well, I haven't got a chance. I need to debrief. The car ride is not debriefing or a break. Someone said this. Someone said, you're in a car by yourself. You could have the music on, the AC on. No one is disrupting you. Yeah, traffic may be crazy, but that's still a time to sit down. Your wife's at home. Whether she has kids or not, she's busting us in the house. She's probably worked in 2025. They're probably working.
Yeah, because think about it. Times, they're like, well, we want the old times. Okay, but times have changed because you can't afford a household without your wife working. So in that case, then the man needs to participate in the housework because the woman's also working. So it's like 50-50 now. It's not the man's providing for you and you're taking care of the household. You're both providing for your family, so you're both taking care of the household.
Yes, but I even think that if he can provide for you, I don't care. He needs to help you because I've been...
It's a full-time job, like you said, taking care of your house, taking care of the kids.
Yep.
I mean, it is.
So I don't care what you have to say. You should want to help your partner, and if you don't, you're just a horrible person. Or you're just not in love, or they don't... I hate to say it, they don't love you.
No.
Because if they
don't respect you.
They say they know in the very first 6 months if they want to marry you. Not saying that they will propose to you in 6 months, but they know. Honestly, they should know sooner than that, I think. Because when I first met Ashton, I knew that there was something. I don't know what it was. I didn't even think that he would like me. I really did not think Ashton liked me. But I knew that there was something different about Ashton. Because he's not even what I
knew
consider
you
my
guys
type.
were going to get married within the year of you guys being together.
I think
6 months, maybe.
A year and a half. We were talking about it because he at the time wanted to join the military. But yeah, me and Ashton were engaged for not even 2 weeks.
Me and Dustin were engaged 2 weeks.
And
we got getting we turned around and got eloped.
I loved making the appointment. Just got married and it was like boom. And even that
it's still
ceremony,
my favorite day. Like it was the easiest.
There's something about
it. It was so intimate.
And people say like, you don't really feel different after you get. That's all from growing up watching TV shows, hearing people. They're like, you don't feel different.
I did.
I felt
whole.
Like I completed something I was supposed to. Like I just did what my destiny was meant to do.
I also feel like it's very comforting because that person has committed themselves to you for life. And so it's like, they're going to be here forever.
And I feel like before I met Ashton, I think me and Ashton only been together for 4 years, like dating and everything.
It feels longer than that.
It feels a lot longer than that. But even before we got married, me and Ashton had been through so much stuff. Ashton had to support me when I was going through depression and not working, and him keeping me above water too. So Ashton, I knew, was very strong. So when people go like a piece of paper, it doesn't mean that they'll dedicate themselves to you. Like it's just for legal reasons. But I knew before I got married that he was already dedicated to me for life, and that he would put himself in the ground. For instance, so I didn't have to work, so I could focus on my mental health.
Yep.
And it did set us back. It got us, in a little bit of debt.
But look where you are now.
He never holds it against me. He never brings it up. And if he does like make like, oh, you remember that time when we weren't working, whatever. And I said, I still feel like a piece of crap for that. And he's like, don't. He's like, why? He's like, who cares? It's what we had to do. You got better. You got back on your feet. I don't care look where we are right now.
Well, during COVID, whenever things are shut down, when Dustin got laid off, he got laid off for 8 months or so.
Yep.
And I was helping float it. It was part of the responsibility I had when we got married, that we are one. And for me, I don't think about it like that.
And I think they don't want you.
And it's like,
I don't think they want us to get married because you get a lot of benefits when you get married, which is true, tax purposes. But like, I think the legal part of it is important too. You're committing your life to me and everything, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. But yeah, you shouldn't be able to hold something over my head. Even if me and Ashton get divorced right now, I get half of his pension. I get everything. I get everything of his.
Yeah.
Period. Yep. And I think that's only right. I'm the mother of his child. Like I should have everything. Like I'm your wife, and you should even.
I'm pretty sure that even if you guys got divorced,
me and Ashton would still live in the same. I told him, I said we would still live together. We would probably live together. I don't think I would live without Ashton. I think that'd be my red flag, is I would be with my yeah.
You'd be one of those that if you ever divorced, you guys would get married later, like a year later.
Me and Ashton would probably flirt all the time. we would. And I told Ashton, I don't think Ashton would ever disrespect me.
No.
Ashton
has a deep love for you, and I love that.
And I hate to say this, like, oh, we're perfect. Me and Ashton do not argue. And that does not mean that it's unhealthy too. Because I know there's just certain personalities too.
You guys, I won't say you don't argue, but you do have tiffs.
Oh, I'll look at Ashton and he'll know if he says something piss me off. But me and Ashton, it's really weird. And I'm like, Ashton, that really hurt me with like the way that you said that. That made me feel like you're attacking this part of me. No, Kirsten, like, I'm just saying, like, I didn't mean it that way. Like, I'm just saying, like, you need, like, I don't know. I can't really think of an instance. That's how, like, often we really don't. I think you'll find the person. I think once you figure out your personalities, and how to deal with one another, you can make that where you're not always arguing.
And then you have a toxic trait. And you
Caitlin, I think, likes the fight because she likes the makeup. I think Caitlin likes when the apology comes. She's on top. She was right. Caitlin, I think that's just the personality. But I'm not saying it's always unhealthy, but me and Ashton really, it's just like, Ashton, what were we talking about? We were in the car waiting for our cars to be made at the bank. And I said,
did you get those?
Yes. And he was like, do you want lunch while we're out? Because I haven't eaten. And it was like almost 4 o'clock at that point. And I said, no, it's just whatever you want. Just tell me what you want. And in my head, I was thinking, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. So and Ashton, I'm not kidding. Before I could even like finish the song in my head, he was like, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This happens all the time with me and Ashton. And I'm like, no. I was like, Ashton, I was thinking that. Like, no, seriously. Like, you don't believe me.
I love it when Dustin says that because I'll be like, I don't remember what happened the other day. It was a couple days ago. But I was like, we were sitting there talking about something, and I was like, well, man, yada, yada, yada. He goes, oh, my God. Yes. I was literally just about to say that. That's crazy. I was thinking, and he'll start laughing, like, really hard. He's like, I was thinking the same thing. And I'm like, we're soulmates.
I really do feel like it's only a soulmate thing. I really believe that. That's actually something they say are becoming more common. But
soulmates?
Like, it's really common for
oh, it's like almost like telepathically, like
when you're like they say it only happens when you're married for a long time. You just get to know them so well. I don't believe that because there's a lot of stuff I don't know about Ashton. You know what I mean? In a way.
Let's just say it
because you don't really get to know someone's full identity because they don't know who you are by yourself. Right. And sometimes you don't even know who you are by yourself. Mm-hmm. So when I might say, whatever. But also adds a little bit of mystery, because sometimes Ashton, like, I
love that, though.
But, yeah, I'm not saying it's unhealthy to argue, but I think you can learn Ashton just calmed me down so much, and he's calm, so that's where the argument doesn't happen. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, how can two calm people fight, right? There's sometimes he says something that makes my eyebrow raise.
She's like the scary mom.
I'm like mommy dearest sometimes.
You even talk to me like that. I'm like, hell? What the hell? He's like, Dustin's like, you better watch out. Don't make Kirsten mad. And I'm like, you're right, probably will. I don't care. Like,
I don't care, yeah. But like, I don't know. I think people always say, but I think I come off very rude.
Yes.
And like, I'm saying something mean when I'm trying to calm Kayla down. She takes it as like a threat. Or I'm like, get onto her. And I'm like, hey, I'm literally not saying, I'm just saying it's up to you. Like, how are you feeling about it?
And I'm like, no, because.
Kayla's like, I'm just afraid I want to ruin your day. I said, no one can ruin my day. But in my brain, I'm thinking, like, it's okay. Like, just saying, like, no one can ruin my day.
Like in a hateful way. Or
like I'm saying, like, I've had
thinking, you're opposite of whatever you're saying is like how you're feeling.
Yeah, in my brain, I'm like, well, no one can, like, I've had a great day. No one can make my day bad. You know what I mean? That's how
it comes off as like, nobody can ruin my day. And I'm like, well, I pissed Kirsten. I'll get off the phone and be like, I pissed Kirsten off. And be like, why? Well, why don't you call her and tell her? Or Dustin will be like, well, babe, I mean, you do say these things, and Kirsten's probably thinks like you don't want to do this, and maybe you should think about how you're talking to Kirsten when you say these things. And I'm like, I'll sit there and I'll be like. I'm going to call Kirsten and apologize.
My mom and Caitlin do the same thing where, like, mom gets offended too sometimes, so I'm really calm and just, like, talk like that to her. And then she'll, like, hey, I'm sorry, I was just having, I'm like, yeah, I know. But sometimes I have to put them in their place because they just get so worked up. And I'm like, calm. I said, why do you even care? And I sometimes.
Maybe I am mom's kid.
Especially when mom's venting to me and she's like, that really hurt me. And I'm like, why would they say that? And they could have been doing this like millions and millions of times, right? I'm like, Mom, what do you expect? They have done this a million times. And in my brain, I'm saying, like, why do you care? Don't care about if they keep doing that, let that be on them. If they want to be hateful to you, let them be hateful. I don't care.
But it's like you're almost hearing like the same thing on repeat, so you're like kind of desensitized from it, and you're like.
Me, I become a lot more. I have a hard time like keeping friends because people just take me very wrong. Yeah. I've only had one friend that really has never questioned my intentions of what I've said. Who? Sasha. I love her.
Oh yeah.
I love her very much.
Do they still talk?
No. I think she's just so like she's adventurous and she's discovering all these new things that she was held back from. No.
No babies?
No. She just graduated at college, and she's just like, I think she wants to live her life.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because you end up, friends are on opposite sides of life. Like, I have friends that don't have kids, but they do other things than like what I do. So we just don't. And I have friends that have 5 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids, and they're married and they're doing their own thing. Like, I have friends that want to go out all the time. I don't want to do that necessarily all the time. Like, why can't we meet up and do this? Like, I don't want to go. I'm just on a different part of my life, and I respect my marriage in that way. And it's not something that brings me enjoyment. So it's like, you know, it's hard to stay on this, stay connected as friends as you age and go through different things in your own lives. But I think that's okay too. Like, we can still communicate and still, but we're not going to be on the same.
I'm just on the slower part of life.
Yeah. I'm on the more like relaxed side of life. Like, I enjoy being at home. I enjoy being with Kirsten. Like, I enjoy being with Dustin. I like to go see my mom. I like to read a book, watch a fucking movie marathon. I like to play video game with my husband. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go out, and I don't want to, like, go places. If I want to go places, I want to go places like Kirsten or Dustin. And, like, I like when we go to the zoos together or, like, we all take, like, a trip somewhere. Like, I like when we do that. I don't like going out with everybody all the time.
I don't really like having friends.
It's hard. I want to have friends, and I want to keep that relationship going, but it feels like such a chore.
People get really offended with me, or they don't pass the vibe check for me, and it's like, you're not on my wavelength, and that's just what it is for me.
Yeah,
it's hard to find that.
We're just a little different.
I'm just like, I'm okay with having friends. I don't really like.
I like my life.
Most of the time, your friends I've had best
Stab
friends.
You in the back.
And the way that they talk about me, and the way that they...
Most people aren't real friends.
Rewrite history and the jealousy and all of it. I just can't.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to wrap up this session. Be looking out for our conspiracy and true crime episode, and we're really excited for it.
Yeah, it should drop later this week.
Yes. We really want to start having, like, our main episode, which I'm going to call it, like, this is our main episode, out on Tuesdays. Conspiracy and true crime, which is obsession session, and trust issues on Thursdays.
Yep.
So
until next week, guys.
We'll see you later, but please send your couch confessions and any topics or anything you want to discuss. But I think
say that one more time for the editing purposes.
Okay. But make sure you're sending us your couch confessions with embarrassing stories, questions, advice, what have you, at our email, which is sisntpod@gmail.com. Also send us any topics that you want us to discuss. I feel like we need to have just like an open forum sometimes on our podcast, because sometimes we just like to talk about one topic and we just want to dive into that. And sometimes it doesn't fit into weekly diagnosis, safe space, or what have you. So be looking out for that. We're going to try to be more active on our socials. I think it's just like the editing with working and everything. It gets really, really stressful.
It does.
And also trying to take a break.
We try.
But that's going to wrap up this session. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe.
Bye.
Your time on the couch is up, but don't worry.
We'll be back next week with the same sisters,
the same chaos,
and still no credentials.
We'll see you next week on our next episode of Sisters,
Not Therapists.
If you like this podcast, give us a like, follow, and subscribe. If you have any topics you want to discuss, send us an email at sisntpod@gmail.com. Again, sisntpod@gmail.com.
New episodes drop weekly. And just remember,
we're just sisters,
not therapists.